Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. Allincrypto here, and today we are going to be talking about Hedera, and we're going to be highlighting a recent announcement in collaboration with T-Mobile, the Hashgraph, and Flix Group that are looking to integrate distributed ledger technology, i.e. Hedera, into the kind of telecommunication space. We are going to not only be exploring the announcement, and we're going to be looking into what the announcement actually entails. We will be doing a write-up on this at allincrypto.com. But we are going to be talking about Hedera's governing council, which puts, I believe, many people in the crypto space off Hedera. However, I think that the reason it puts people off Hedera is because they've failed to understand that Hedera kind of is an institutional distributed ledger. It's, in my opinion, going to be the institution's choice for distributed ledger technology. And the governing council, I believe, is actually a strength in that, not a negative. And you can talk about decentralization. Hedera is efficiently decentralized enough for the task that it is trying to undertake. However, if you do compare it with other blockchains out there, most notably, obviously, proof of stake and, of course, proof of work, you could make the argument that it's more centralized and introducing institutions, whereas the kind of ethos that Bitcoin brought with it when it spawned the crypto space was largely against that. But we'll talk about that. We're also going to be looking at T-Mobile, which is one of the Deutsche Telekom's T-Mobile, which is actually one of the Hedera governing council members. And actually their announcement when they officially became, doing a bit of a recap on their announcement when they officially became a Hedera governing council member, talk a little bit about the price. It's quite boring. It amazes me just because of the lack of interest in crypto right now that Hedera's price doesn't go absolutely berserk on these announcements. However, I think that's the nature of the beast that we are in. So we have a lot to cover, guys. Let's start things off with looking at the announcement. This came yesterday on the 2nd of January, and this was from the official Hedera Twitter account. In collaboration with T-Mobile, the Hashgraph, and Flix Group, MVNO, Flix has announced the integration of non-custodial wallets into its mobile app, enabling decentralized identification, Web3 and fintech services, including crypto payments, powered by Hedera for its customers. With this integration of the MVNO, which stands for Mobile Virtual Network Operator, positions itself at the forefront of the intersection of telecoms and distributed ledger technology, accelerating the mass adoption of Web3 by offering a secure and seamless gateway to Web3's services in partnership with the US leading 5G network. Here we have, yet again, ladies and gentlemen, a really good example of actually why the governing council is a good thing. You know, Hedera is absolutely an institutional grade distributed ledger technology. It was built to be that. It's why the governing council is what it is. And each one of these members are actively, we've covered Aberdeen, we've covered Dell, we'll cover all of these eventually, guys. They're all actively looking to actually use Hedera. I've got to say this, I think as far as institutional usage is concerned, Hedera is at the front of the pack, and it's going to bootstrap that. Let's explore this announcement in a little bit more detail. So Flix Mobile launches as an all-digital Web3 MVNO. In collaboration with T-Mobile, Flix Mobile is pitching itself as the first all-digital Web3 MVNO and is apparently all about putting in the mobile service providers at the heart of enabling Web3 mass adoption. Flix Mobile has an integrated a non-custodial wallet into its mobile application, claims to be the first MNVO to provide decentralized identification and enable users access to the Web3 and fintech services, including crypto payments. It's built on Flix, which the release says is a uniquely positioned to deliver the convergence of mobile services with Web3 while in collaboration with Hedera. Described as an enterprise grade. Okay, and this is where people fundamentally misunderstand Hedera and what it's trying to do. It's not trying to be Bitcoin. It's not trying to be some of the other networks that we like Cardano, which we think is a very organic blockchain that's built by the people, for the people, and ran by the people. We run a Cardano stake pool. Hedera is not that, okay? It's trying to do the same thing in many respects, but also not from perhaps a philosophical point of view in regards to the kind of ethos that Bitcoin spawned. So it's a enterprise grade open source public network. Allows the suite of Web3 services to integrate into the app. Yet another collaboration with the Hashgraph Association, a non-profit organization dedicated to accelerate global adoption of the Hedera network, apparently yielded funding and technical engineering support. So thanks to our collaboration with T-Mobile, we are able to deliver top quality mobile services and affordable mobile plans to our customers, said Stefan Riedel, CEO of Flix Mobile, who is on the left here, looking very happy with this announcement. The collaboration is a great fundamental for pursuit of our vision, enabling Web3 for people with the mobile subscription and a mobile super app, interesting, as potent enablers for providing a simple and secure gate to Web3. We are determined to make leading technologies affordable and accessible to everyone. He then goes on to say, T-Mobile, or the other individual involved in this article, goes on to say, T-Mobile is thrilled to collaborate with Flix Mobile, embracing innovation that creates a accretive value proposition within new technologies. When their building is distinctive, and we're excited to offer the leading nationwide 5G network, America's largest and fastest, wow, to further their mission to help enable Web3 for people. This is scheduled to release in Q1 2024. The partnerships and the groundwork that Hedera is putting in will be recognized eventually, guys, and it is absolutely positioned due to the main criticism that is levied against it, and we understand why the criticism is levied against it, to become the enterprise choice for distributed ledger technology. And the DAG offers it a number of unique properties that will enable you to do so. And everyday users can build on Hedera, okay? But it is, I would say, and maybe this is, and you guys are fans of Hedera, if you're watching this, let me know, am I unfair to call it an enterprise grade blockchain? And is that taking away from the community, which we're a part of? And please do come and support us over at realallincrypto.com on Twitter. Obviously support the channel and support allincrypto.com, because we're one of the few people to actually cover Hedera. This is not only a great example of how Hedera is changing the Web3 landscape and bringing it to mass adoption, but it's also a great example of the tentacles that Web3 has in regards to changing the world. What I want to do before we dive into a little bit of price action, because I want to try and keep this video as close to 10 minutes as possible, is actually look at the announcement from Deutsche Telekom's T-Mobile in regards to onboarding Hedera. And this came out, obviously, they've been a member since 2019. Deutsche Telekom's Telecom Innovation Laboratories join the Hedera Hashgraph Governing Council. T-Labs becomes initial governing member of the Hedera Hashgraph Council Consensus. Hedera's distributed ledger technology enables people to securely collaborate and transact online. Cooperation with T-Labs' various blockchains research project. Let's read some of the actual quotes from this. Distributed ledger technology is fundamentally changing business models and will evolve all types of systems in our society, said John Kalian, Senior Vice President, Head of T-Labs and Blockchain Group, Deutsche Telekom. Hedera has uniquely thought through the security, governance, and scalability concerns that have hampered early integrations of blockchain technology. We like to use the word distributed ledger technology because, of course, Hedera is not a blockchain, it's a DAG. Anyway, we are thrilled to be initial governing member of the Hedera Hashgraph Council to help shepherd this important technology as it's adopted by the market. A general purpose public ledger should be governed by representatives from a broad range of market sectors and geographies, each with world-class experience in their respective industries. This is obviously from Mr. Herman Incense, the CEO of Hedera. With this inaugural group, we are demonstrating the caliber of organizations it takes to deliver long-lasting, stable governance for industry's first enterprise-ready public ledger. We agree with that. Hedera is fit for purpose. It is sufficiently decentralized in regards to how the consensus is consented, right? You have 29 members all running 2 or more nodes. Only 2 nodes can be on the same servers. So if you look at many blockchains, I'm not going to pick on any, but there are some that have 25% of their overall pool operators that are all on Amazon, for example. So people always like to throw around the term decentralization, but it's multiple level. Centralization is multiple level. Things can be centralized in one aspect and not in the other, certainly when it comes to the consensus mechanism. The Hedera Council's governing members will provide the technical expertise to manage technical roadmaps, business expertise to manage business operations, expertise in economic and current markets to manage the cryptocurrency, and legal experience to help navigate evolving regulatory landscape. I hope so. I'm not funded by Hedera yet. Hopefully that may come later on. And I'm in no talks, by the way, to make that thing. But on this channel, when we highlight a blockchain like Hedera, it doesn't make a scrap of difference to me whether you guys invest in it or not. Personally, I am investing in it. If you want to find out what I'm buying and where I'm buying, please do consider becoming a Patreon. But I don't really stand anything to gain from championing Hedera. In actual fact, in some regards, you could say it's contrary to why we got into the blockchain space and why I was an early Bitcoiner in regards to the philosophical aspects that Bitcoin brought to the table. Okay, but I'm an investor. When I see an opportunity at such a critical time for the crypto space in general, and for such a well-positioned blockchain to come up like Hedera, distributed ledger, DAG, then that excites me. And that excitement I'm simply just sharing with you guys, and you are 100% welcome to disagree and agree in the comment section. From a price point of view, we cover the broader markets and, of course, crypto in relation to it every day on our daily market updates. This could be a bottom for Hedera. We can't say it with certainty. You need to get out of, you need to at least come and take this high and then really start to rock and roll. You're still pinned below your 30 weekly moving average. This is what we would suspect as a stage one until it turns into something more. However, markets do bottom on a low and then a higher right butt cheek. And you can see that across the board. If we use something like naughty Ethereum, and yeah, I've even got this drawn on here showing people. So Hedera could be at the bottom. We're not going to speculate on that and make that call publicly. However, what we are going to say is keep your eyes peeled and glued to Hedera, because we think this is going to be a monster of a distributed ledger that's very well positioned. Today, we're showcasing another milestone in its positioning. And on that note, I'm going to love and leave you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go over to allincrypto.com and check out our article on this. It should be out by the time of this release. And yeah, have a triumphant Tuesday, guys. See you in the next.